Welcome to today's video. You're here with Woo Ninjas, your trustworthy team of WordPress, e-learning, and e-commerce experts. So you've built an amazing course following our previous video's advice. Now, how do you get those sales to start rolling in? Throughout this video, we'll share everything you need to know in order to increase your online course sales. And if you like this content and want more, make sure to like, subscribe, and make sure to write a comment of the videos that you want to see next. So right now I'm going to jump in and share with you some funnels and why they're so important. Essentially, to get traffic to any site, it's usually going to cost you, whether you have a YouTube channel or if you're paying for ads. So when people get to your site, the point of a sales funnel is to get them to take an action. This is just a very generic one I opened up, and the action you want people to take is book an appointment for your dental office. If you're paying for people to come to a website, you want them to do something, not just poke around. And this makes it easier. You have a chat, you put your name in, you have some pictures, show some credibility, even a number up here, a location. So they've done a pretty good job. But most of us that are selling courses aren't necessarily selling a service in a building like dentistry. So here's an example. I searched yoga course or class, and then this lady pops up. I mean, she has a tremendous number of subscribers, but if it's a little bit more niche, then you'd have a few less subscribers and show up maybe something like yoga for pregnant mothers, and it's easier to rank on that. But when I looked in her description, become a member was one of her offerings. So you go here, and this is her course. It's kind of structured as a monthly renewing thing where you actually either pay for a year of her classes or a monthly payment for her classes, which is really interesting because when it's reoccurring, it's always nice to have money that never stops. Maybe a little harder for people to pay this amount one time, even if it's a one-time fee, but $12.99 monthly is easier, and then you realize that people stay on a number of months. So this is the reoccurring model. Now let's go over, I just typed in crypto course. That's a trending topic a lot of people are talking about. I clicked on the guy who is on the top, a huge amount of views, and then I realized that he has a course. Here's a video selling his course. He tells you what you're gonna get. He tells you a little bit more about what he gets, tries to establish credibility, and then it looks like this is even built on an LMS that is not WordPress, and it gives you the ability to check out immediately after being able to see all the courses that you're going to get access to. All right, so this is also another niche one that we're going to jump into. Losing weight for truck drivers. This is a Google paid ad, so they paid a few dollars just to get me to click on this. And then what you do is, it's a nice website. It gives you 3 options, and the funnel is to do something. Let's gain some muscle mass. Let's say I'm an athlete. What's your body type? I'm not sure. And then you choose your body fat level. This is a really interesting site because you get to look at yourself, and it gets you through the process. Slim arms. What's your height? Let's just say 5'6". Weight, say 1. Target weight. They take you through a huge funnel, and this really gets a lot of buy-in. This is a very complicated funnel, and then you just go through all these things they do, and at the end, after this process, they're going to want to collect your email, or they're going to sell you something. And see, these are 3 different examples of funnels, and it's very important that you actually get people who come to your site to take an action, and that is the whole point of a sales funnel. Sales funnels can always help you increase sales, and the reason why that happens is because it gets people more familiar with what you're doing. A lot of times people will not just jump on your site and immediately pay $100, $200, $300, $400, $500. They have to be nurtured. So there's always an incentive that if you don't make the sale right off the bat, you actually get their email address. So this is our site, Woo Ninjas, and sometimes one of the best things to do is have a pop-up after people have lasted or stayed there a certain amount of time. But the main thing, let's discuss, I'm interested in this. You go down, and then we collect information. So that is how our sales funnel works. But there's other sites where you can actually just buy the course straight off, and that's Skillshare. You look through the different courses, you click on it, and then you buy. It's that easy. And granted, this is like a subscription service, so you pay a certain amount, you get many courses. And then there's other places where you land somewhere, you have no idea what to do. See, this guy's trying to sell you right now, and you turn on the audio, he starts telling you to buy, buy, buy. And that's great because this is a default video that as soon as I got there, there's a video displaying and telling me to purchase. And I think that's a great way of increasing sales. Not having a sales funnel is just having a static page where you're selling something. This isn't a bad one because there is a button, but when it sits there and there's no way to collect an email address or do anything, this is probably not going to do great. but it's also very important to keep getting people's information so you actually get something out of each person that comes, even if it's not any dollars, it's an email. So that's how sales funnels really help increase your sales for your online course. And it's also good to point out that an email alone doesn't mean anything. An email is very important to couple with a nurture sequence, so it keeps your business top of mind and reminds them by giving free value or reminding them of the product you're selling to the actual person who gave you their email address. And sometimes you need a little incentive for that email address, whether that's like 15% off coupon, free demo course. It's called your lead magnet. So all these elements create increased sales for your course. Okay, so since I gave you a broad overview and some examples of sales funnels and where people actually learn about your sales funnels, we're going to dive into the different topics that get people from even knowing about you to actually taking action and buying your product. And those three subjects are awareness to interest. So they've heard about you and now they're actually interested in you. Interest in you, so they already have interest in you. Now they're going into action. They're actually going to do something on your sales funnel. And then the end is just action, to take the ideal action that you actually want them to take. So we're going to dive into these different subjects right now. All right, so I have YouTube up right now and I also have Instagram in a tab because awareness is the very first step in the sales funnel process. So this is where you create content for free, typically, that will actually get your target audience interested in following you, subscribing, joining, and then potentially getting your course download. So if you need more tips on actually how to use social media, it's beyond the scope of this video, but there are plenty of great tutorials on YouTube. And another added bonus of using YouTube is YouTube's owned by Google, and Google is the main part around SEO. So if you make more content that directly links to your site, sometimes people just searching the niche topic that you're looking for, like we're talking about losing weight for truck drivers, it can trigger one of your videos to show up as a top Google result. So that's one of the benefits of making content on YouTube. So I'm going to just quickly scroll through YouTube to show you some examples. These are shorts. These are showing up, getting a lot more attention right now. So these are just like entertainment things a lot of times. This is a generic new account, so a lot of times they just show things with at least millions of views. But if you were to search for a certain topic, you know, like we just said, losing, there'll be more niche topics. And these are the type of people that if you were trying to search a very niche topic, these are the type of people that would show up and then maybe have a course to sell you. But I do want to mention the importance of first impressions. Remember, they go onto your video, they look in the description because you tell them to, and they click on the link to get to your site. It is very important that you have a well-designed, easy to navigate site. There's not too many options. Usually it's just scrolling down is what people do. You have something that shows reviews, some other companies you work with, build credibility. And remember, us, we ninjas, we help people using LearnDash, BuddyBoss, the major plugins for WordPress. We help people optimize and build sites around those plugins. So one of the main plugins for actually creating e-learning sites is LearnDash. We help build custom websites exactly how you want them. You want affiliate sales, meaning you want someone you know to refer you, meaning you have someone you know that if they refer customers to your site, you want to give them a percentage of sales. That's what we can do. You can customize your LearnDash sites and we can help you do it. Other LMSs that we can definitely help you with are Lifter LMS, as I mentioned, also LearnDash, and even Tutor LMS. So we've got you covered on any fully customizable LMS for your actual course or content site. And as I mentioned, don't forget affiliates because there is a specific plugin that helps you manage and actually create affiliate links for your LearnDash or your WordPress site. And we can help you out with that too. So the first part of the sales funnel we spoke about was awareness to interest. Just even learning about you to actually being a little bit interested in you. Maybe they hit the subscribe button, maybe they hit the like, something like that. So the next stage we're going to talk about now is interest, getting them interested in you and actually taking an action. So I'm going to show you, this is Instagram. You do know Instagram, and this is where people create free content to get the interest to action transition. Sometimes they'll create video and tell you to take an action, link in bio, something like that. So you can see a few people making videos, even ads that show, oh, look, there's this guy and he does this great thing. But, you know, Instagram's one way, YouTube is another, and we're gonna jump in and show you a couple lead magnets right now. So a lead magnet is a way to get someone's information so you can sell them, give them a little value, whether they want a PDF guide or they want a free trial, and give them some value along the way, and then they'll buy from you potentially down the line. That's usually how this works. So this lady has a course, a lot of views, a lot of subscribers. So I clicked on the link in her description, which she told me to do, and she offers a free 7-day trial on her yoga classes. Great. Let's look at something different. Google Ads. This guy does Google Ads training and tutorials, and then right here, he has a link in his description to go to this link where you actually put your name and your email, and you get a Google Ads optimization checklist from a professional who has 15,000 hours of Google Ads experience. That is a lot. And what we're looking at is, this is getting interest, meaning they see you on Instagram, YouTube, something like that, and they take an action. The next thing we're going to jump into is we have a lot of experience with building customized solutions for people who want to build courses. And in our business, we use the most powerful tool and the one that is most used out there for WordPress. It's called LearnDash, and it's a plugin that works very effectively. And I'm going to show you a couple example sites of what it looks like when you finally get someone on your site. So these are very established companies that many of you have heard of, and they're using LearnDash to actually help people take action when they land on their site. So this is ProBlogger, and say for example you want to do this course, you click on it, he has a good sales page, and he is charging, wow, you have to really go down, $50. This is another one. Ooh, look, I stayed at their site long enough that they're doing the lead magnet right here. So pop-up is one of those things that LearnDash allows you to do. Yes, I'm ready to learn from experts. It actually gives you 2 options, both of which are an opt-in, which is pretty smart. So this is their sales page, quite nice. And you go to enroll now, and then it takes you to a free $2,000 course. How could you not sign up for that? So I'm giving you ideas of, once you get them to your site, how to take some action on very well done sites. Yoast SEO, this is how to get much better at SEO. This is the free version, which they'll then try to upsell you on the premium version, which is only $100 per year. So this is their site. They have credibility, which is great. I'm going to take you to our site where we have Trustpilot, which is great because that's publicly vetted reviews. Always great thing to establish that trust barrier to get people to take action on your site. Okay, so now we're going to jump into our final stage, which is action. And what I'm speaking about action is not just capturing the lead, but getting them to spend money on your site. So what also is important, that since you grabbed the lead through a couple of the lead magnets that I've showed you, maybe it's a trial, maybe it is an actual physical PDF file lead magnet, then you do email marketing to continue to warm them up. As soon as they opt in, they have a sequence, which eventually gets them very interested to buy. But once they're on their site to buy, it's very important that you have an optimized site. You want a seamless cart checkout with as few steps as possible. Just like this, one click, here's your information, here's what you need to do. It gives you even a little credibility statement, tells you the money back guarantee. Everything you need is on one page right here. And if you take a little bit too long, there's even options to do a downsell that, oh, we're going to knock off $20. It's only $80 a year. And that really helps with people actually making the purchase. Another option is to increase your cart sale, is that once they do check out, you have an upsell for $20 or a forever membership for $200, and you get that extra $100. So these are other things that are also important to integrate into your seamless cart checkout. Okay, so let's recap. So in this video, we spoke about how to create a sales funnel for your online course. The different focus areas we jumped into and spoke about was just awareness, just knowing that you exist, to actually taking action. And awareness may be seeing you on an Instagram feed or on YouTube in a search, and actually getting a little bit interested by even clicking and watching one of your videos. And then there's interest to action. So interest is, let's just say they've watched your videos, they've maybe now subscribed, they're following your channel, so they're interested, but they're not quite on your site yet. So the next step is getting them to action, which would then be getting them in one of your lead magnets, getting them signed up on one of your free trials. And the final step is real sales action, and that is getting them to buy. So after they've opted into your lead magnet, they're on your email list, you're sending them emails every couple days, which gets them to then buy, which is your final desired action, a sale. And that is the action we want in the end of a sales funnel for your course. I do want to mention that it is important to always test and optimize your landing page and your website. A/B testing is a great way of doing that. Having two landing pages, A and B, and whatever people actually take the desired action or stay on the longest, then you keep that. You switch a variable, do it again. So it's always important to continually test your landing pages and optimize. We also help out with that with our services on Woo Ninjas. So if you're interested in getting a LMS, a learning management system, set up for your course or any other website having to do with WordPress, we're happy to help. Head over to Woo Ninjas, click on the button, put in your info, and we're going to get back to you quickly. Also, don't forget about Inflow Labs, because once you have a website created or an LMS, you're going to have to get people to come there. And our partners over at Inflow Labs really help you create content marketing solutions to keep the eyes headed over to your actual website to make sales. So I want to say thanks again for joining us on this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and if you have any ideas for other videos you want to see, make sure to throw that in the comment section. And we will see you in the next video.